Did you know that in a single year, professional boxers and MMA fighters collectively suffer over 11,000 reported injuries? Today, we're diving into the gritty reality behind these exhilarating sports to uncover whether the thrill is worth the risk. While both boxing and mixed martial arts offer unparalleled excitement and athleticism, they also raise significant questions about the risks involved for athletes. Join me as we explore the realities, the controversies, and the measures in place to ensure the safety of those who step into the ring or the cage. Boxing is a combat sport where two opponents, typically of similar weight, engage in a regulated match of timed rounds, using only their fists for striking. The goal is to outscore or knock out the opponent within the established rules, which include prohibitions against hitting below the belt, holding, tripping, or pushing. Mixed martial arts, MMA is a full-contact combat sport that incorporates techniques from various martial arts disciplines, including striking, such as boxing, kickboxing, and Muay Thai, and grappling, wrestling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Fighters compete in a cage or ring, aiming to win by knockout, submission, or judge's decision, depending on the rule of the organization. Both sports require rigorous training and conditioning, with athletes honing their skills in multiple aspects of combat to compete effectively at professional levels. Boxing and MMA have garnered immense popularity worldwide despite their perceived dangers due to several compelling reasons. Historical and cultural significance. Both boxing and various martial arts have deep historical roots and cultural significance in many societies. They often embody principles of discipline, honor, and respect, resonating with audiences beyond mere physical competition. Entertainment value. These sports provide a high-energy spectacle that captivates audiences. The combination of skill, strategy, and raw athleticism creates thrilling moments that attract fans looking for excitement and adrenaline. Individual athlete charisma. Many boxers and MMA fighters are charismatic figures with captivating personal stories and larger-than-life personas. Their journeys from humble beginnings to global stardom inspire fans and create emotional connections. Technical and tactical appeal. Both sports showcase a blend of technical prowess and tactical acumen. Fans appreciate the strategic elements involved in outsmarting opponents and executing complex techniques under pressure. Accessibility and global reach. Boxing and MMA have become increasingly accessible through televised broadcasts, streaming platforms, and social media, reaching a global audience. This accessibility has expanded their fan base and contributed to their popularity. Promotional and media influence. Promotion by organizations like UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship, and boxing federations has significantly boosted the visibility and commercial success of these sports. Media coverage and storytelling around athletes further amplify their appeal. Thrilling moments and upsets. Both sports are known for producing dramatic moments, including unexpected upsets and comeback victories. These narratives add to the sport's allure and keep fans engaged. Despite awareness of the inherent risks and dangers involved, the popularity of boxing and MMA continues to grow, driven by their unique blend of athleticism, strategy, and entertainment value that resonates with a diverse global audience. Boxing and MMA are physically demanding sports that can lead to a variety of injuries, ranging from acute to chronic conditions. Here are some common injuries associated with both sports. Concussions. Concussions are a prevalent injury in both boxing and MMA due to the repeated blows to the head. Concussions can result in symptoms like headache, dizziness, confusion, and in severe cases, cognitive impairment. Facial cuts and bruises. Facial cuts and bruises are common due to direct punches and strikes to the head and face. These injuries often require immediate medical attention to control bleeding and prevent infection. Fractures. Fractures can occur in various parts of the body, including the hands, wrists, arms, ribs, and facial bones. These injuries can result from impacts with opponents or from hitting hard surfaces like the canvas or cage. Joint injuries. Joint injuries such as dislocations, like shoulder dislocation, and ligament tears can occur during grappling exchanges in MMA or from powerful strikes in boxing. Facial and dental trauma. Impact to the face and jaw can lead to dental injuries such as tooth fractures or avulsions, as well as facial bone fractures that require surgical intervention. Neck and spine injuries. Injuries to the neck and spine can occur from takedowns, throws, or impacts during falls in MMA, as well as from whiplash-like motions from punches in boxing. It's important to note that while these injuries are common in combat sports, athletes undergo rigorous training and conditioning to minimize risks. Medical personnel and safety regulations are also in place during competitions to ensure prompt treatment and athlete safety. Presenting specific and up-to-date statistics on injury rates in boxing and MMA can provide a clearer understanding of the risks involved in these sports. Here are some relevant statistics. Boxing. Overall injury rate. Studies have reported that boxing has an injury rate ranging from 7 to 19 injuries per 1,000 athlete exposures, a single exposure being one athlete participating in one competition or training session. Head and facial injuries. Approximately 78% of all boxing injuries involve the head and face, with lacerations being the most common injury type. Concussions. Concussions are a significant concern in boxing, with some studies reporting concussion rates as high as 10 to 20% per fight. Hand and wrist injuries. Hand and wrist injuries, including fractures and ligament tears, are also common due to the repetitive impact of punching. MMA. Overall injury rate. MMA has a reported injury rate of approximately 228.7 injuries per 1,000 athlete exposures, making it one of the sports with higher injury rates. Head injuries, including concussions and facial cuts, are prevalent due to striking and grappling techniques. Limb injuries, particularly to the lower extremities, knees and ankles, and upper extremities, shoulders and elbows, are common during MMA bouts. Joint injuries, dislocations and ligament tears are also frequently reported, especially during grappling exchanges. Comparative analysis. Injury severity. While MMA has a higher overall injury rate per athlete exposure compared to boxing, boxing often sees a higher incidence of head injuries and concussions due to the repetitive impact of punches. Regulation and safety measures. Both sports have implemented safety regulations, including pre-fight medical checks, protective equipment, and referee intervention, to mitigate injury risks. Long-term health concerns. Both boxing and MMA athletes face potential long-term health consequences, including chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, from repeated head trauma and joint degeneration from repetitive stress. These statistics highlight the physical demands and inherent risks associated with boxing and MMA. Both boxing and MMA have stringent safety protocols and regulations in place to minimize the risk of injury to athletes. These measures include comprehensive medical examinations, protective gear requirements, referee oversight, weight class regulations, and the presence of medical personnel at events. By adhering to these protocols, organizations aim to ensure the safety and well-being of fighters while promoting competitive and entertaining matches. Trained coaches and referees are integral to the safety and integrity of boxing and MMA competitions. By maintaining high standards of training and professionalism, coaches and referees uphold the well-being of athletes while preserving the competitive spirit and excitement of combat sports. In conclusion, combat sports impose significant psychological demands on athletes, requiring resilience, mental toughness, and effective coping strategies to navigate the pressures and challenges they face. Addressing mental health concerns and promoting a supportive environment can enhance athlete well-being and performance in combat sports. Determining which sport is more dangerous can be subjective and may vary based on perspective and context. Both boxing and MMA involve physical contact and inherent risks, but athletes, coaches, medical professionals, and sports organizations continually work to minimize these risks through education, regulation, and improved safety practices. Remember, combat sports are not just about physical prowess but also about mental resilience, strategy, and passion. Do you have personal experiences with combat sports, whether as an athlete, coach, or fan? We would love to hear your stories and perspectives in the comments below. Thank you for watching and being part of our journey. Stay tuned for more exciting content.